This podcast contains profanity and explicit material from the outset,
which may not be suitable for children or sensitive adults.
The views expressed are made in humour and are not designed to offend.
Now sit back and enjoy.
Right, okay. I need to burp now. Hold on.
We are a professional outfit.
I might vomit over the microphone. Hold on, it's watery. There we go. That's it. And tonight's topic is brought to you by Uber Brew, German's finest.
Oh, really? Still drinking that?
Yeah, that's how they advertise it. Uber Brew, $30 a crate. That's literally it.
Wow.
It's nothing else. Not when it's from, not what it tastes. Uber Brew, $30 a crate.
It sounds German.
Hey, I wonder if you can...
Okay.
Oh, look.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, and that guy called Steve. Welcome to the Demon Special of episode 11, you bastards, of the Three Little Pigs podcast.
No, you gotta do it more demony.
Oh, like that. Oh, okay, we hope you're all still with us, surviving the current pandemic. Tonight's episode has been recorded via social distancing, so we do apologise in advance for the sound quality, as it may be shit. We also tonight have a special guest with us tonight.
We do.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us live from the front of a naked lady. It's Big Dick Ritchie. Give him a hand.
Hey
guys, how are you?
Yeah, all right.
Okay, so on our last episode, we touched on COVID-19, and well, shit, it got a bit worse. Than we expected, didn't it?
Yeah, I feel a little bit bad for down.
A flu.
Look, to be fair, I stand by my statement that it is just a type of flu. It's just that we can't combat it at this point in time.
Yes, and yes. Technically, Hitler was still a man, but yes, COVID is technically the flu.
Yeah.
But but not to fear. We hope everyone's maintaining their social distancing, increased hygiene, because surely you should have been washing your hands before this.
Yeah.
This is the one thing that we've been preaching on about for how long now? General hygiene and cleanliness.
Yeah, we have been a Q etiquette. I mean, that's more than ever now.
Just bring a good cup.
Fucking more than ever now. Q etiquette is definitely up there.
If I was in ScoMo's position,
yeah,
I think the slogan would be avoid the COVID, be a good cunt. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. Exactly it. This message was brought to you by Scott Morrison, in association with the Australian government.
Oh, just be a good cunt, aye?
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, so we hope you're all keeping your hands clean, etc., and you're only going out the house for essentials such as beer and podcast snacks.
Oh, I went for a bike ride today. Well, a motorbike ride, not like bicycle.
I'm tattling.
Hey, there was only two of us, and we maintained social distancing of quite a few hundred meters.
I'd like to hope you're maintaining more than 1.5 meters on two fucking motorbikes.
We're moving in formation, boys.
Yeah. So a while back, Dave ran us through this idea, and tonight it's being presented. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you the Demon Special. It's a bit different, and it's not a Mexican takeaway. Oh, I'd like a Demon Special with fries, and it probably causes diarrhea.
Yeah.
So we've all picked
me, demon!
I got the bum.
on fire.
I got the bum scoots. But we've all picked a demon, and we'll present its story. You may laugh, you may cry, and you may shit yourself because you ate a demon special.
Yeah.
But firstly,
I was just going to say, having, I know we joke and we laugh and we do all that sort of shit, but yeah, I mean, essentially we did what most good Aussies do, and we downplayed, the whole COVID thing, but just, I guess, thoughts and feelings go out to those who are deeply affected guys, and hope everything comes good soon. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
that's pretty much it.
For sure.
We're sorry. Yeah, how have you boys been anyway? It's been a while since we probably properly sat down and been able to record.
Yeah, it's been about, I think, a month and a half, I think, since the last one. Been out in the middle of March, but no, I've been good, man. I've been on annual leave from work for 2 weeks. Been doing absolutely nothing apart from drinking heavily, so it's been good.
Yeah.
So just normal, but like not having to work then.
Just normal and in pajama pants. So
yeah, I pretty much my life hasn't really changed that much because I'm a bit of an introvert anyway. So
yeah, well, yeah, but ours is the same. Like you know, and again, it's just this episode is brought to you by self-medicated alcoholism, really, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Have you boys organised fuckwits for this week?
I actually got mine today. Funny enough.
I've got mine's is the double dunter.
Ooh.
Right, so I'm going to get going on our fuckwits.
Yeah. Why not? Let's do it.
Okay.
All right, let's go back to the original order of things. Episode 10 was a a mixer-upper, bit of a fun whiz-bang episode. And so I think with that, Jay, lead us off.
I'm not. Do what? I'm not tossing anyone off.
No, I said lead us off.
Toss a coin to your witcher.
Okay. Yeah, that means something else. All right. Okay, so let's go into our fuckwits. And I'm quite passionate about this one this week because I've got a double whammy. Firstly, right, I was working the other day, right? And there's a group of us talking, just chatting away. We're talking about work stuff. And I kept hearing this fucking whistle, right? All right, I can't whistle. I try. Nah, see, I can't whistle. Okay, can one of you guys do a whistle for me? Like just a quick.
Well, you got.
No, just like that one. Like just a single. No,
Yeah,
just a single one whistle. Yeah, that right. Okay, right. I need you to be able to keep doing that on demand as I tell the show, right? Tell the story. So we're sitting chatting in a group, and then I heard whistle. Yeah, like that. So we're chatting away. We're talking about work something or other, and then the whistle kept going off like that. Right now, bear in mind, we're in an office environment. We're in a work environment, and there's this whistle in the background, right? And about like 2 minutes into it, with this whistle keep going off, one of the people involved in the conversation goes, "Oh, sorry, that's my phone." That's like
I know the one you're talking about.
They were like, "Oh, it's a notification thing on my phone. Sorry, I'll switch it off." But then it got me to thinking, because I started looking around, but the whistle kept going off. And then, do you know what wound me up? Because it didn't even happen, right? Was that like, I realized that I fucking really annoy unsolicited whistlers. You know, like when it's not in an appropriate workplace. So you're in an office and some prick, like, you can stop the whistling now, by the way. Someone like some prick just keeps fucking whistling like for no reason, or just to, and then you turn around and they go and they start laughing. Like, no mate, what's with the unsolicited whistling? Unless you're calling after a dog, there's no fucking reason that you should be whistling like that. Stop being a dick. Stop fucking unsolicited whistling.
Unsolicited
yeah, and then later on, I went out into the car park, and what really annoyed me was that someone had parked straight in a parking bay, but left their wheels turned to the full lock, and that just killed my soul.
Well, it has to happen sometimes.
Straighten your fucking wheels.
You shouldn't straighten your wheels when you're in a stationary position.
No, but you should adjust so that the last movement you make is straight.
Yeah, I guess so. But sometimes I've been guilty of it on the odd occasion when you've hooked it in.
And then you, sir, fuck with. I don't. It's like having the volume at an odd number. I don't like it.
Oh, me too. I hate that as well.
or like
unless it's
or
five.
like
5, it's all right.
Yeah, 5 or 0 is fine.
Midway. Yeah.
I was gonna say anyway. So that's my focus of the week. I'm not happy with it. But yeah, unsolicited whistlers. If you do that, you're just a dick. I'm sorry.
I gotta be honest. I haven't come across much unsolicited whistling. Wow,
But
try
don't
and
you
say
hate
that try and say that 3 times fast.
Unsolicited whistling. Unsolicited whistling. Unsolicited whistling.
Unsolicited. Oh, hey, Jay, check this out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got the bullet.
Bullet.
Yeah.
Boulet.
The boulet.
Wait, did we discover this is actually French? Or
Yes,
were
we
just
Googled
making
it.
that up?
No,
Yeah, it's
is.
French.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
French.
oh wow. Boulet.
French
Boulet.
bourbon.
It is French for whiskey mixed with coke.
With what?
With coke.
Cock.
Hey, who's got their phone on in the background?
That would be me.
Phone's off.
No, did you say bullet bourbon is from France?
Yeah,
we thought it was.
we Googled it one episode because we drink it quite a lot.
Bullet
I'm pretty
bourbon is
sure.
a brand of bourbon produced in the Crin Brewing Company in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky.
Ah, okay.
Oh.
Wow, okay. We must have just made that up.
It is a Frenchman from Kentucky.
Richie, fuck off. I'm kicking you out of the game. We don't deal in facts here. We don't deal in facts.
Richie, you are a giant dick.
Of the week.
Dave, kick this man. Oh, where's the vote to kick button?
Yeah. No, because I'm pretty sure we were fucking
Drunk.
Yeah,
we were. Yeah.
How can we confuse Kentucky with France?
Maybe it was just the word, because you know how it's spelled weird. Like maybe we looked up the word boulet.
Maybe it was said. Maybe it was said with a French accent.
Hello.
It was.
Bonjour.
It's B-U-L-L. Look at the origin of the word then. B-U-L-L-E-I-T. Where's it come from? I'll Google it. Someone Google it. See, fastest finger wins. I'm not gonna win. Fuck.
That's what she said.
That's right. Fastest fingering wins.
The fastest finger in the West.
It must just be a name because it doesn't even have a meaning of the word.
Yeah, it's
Doesn't.
whiskey mixed with coke. That's literally what it is. Hello, welcome to the French class. First word is boulet. What does it mean? It means whiskey mixed with coke.
Oh, where did we find the information that it was brewed in France?
That was me.
No, we didn't. Did you lie to us again?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Did you lie to us? Yes.
Or did I?
Yes, I did. Oh well.
Okay, who's phone typing? Was that you?
No, that was on my laptop probably.
Oh, okay. All right. So what you got for us, Chris?
All right. So, like I said, I went for a motorbike ride today. I hate saying. First, let me clarify. I want to say I went for a bike ride, but it sounds like you're talking about a bicycle, and it really fucking shits me off. Is there another way I could say bike ride without saying motorbike? Because I also feel like a tool.
I went out for a cuddle.
Went out for a ride.
I went out for a cuddle with my boyfriend. Bend it.
Hurry up.
Jay would look better on a Vespa.
That is true, actually. That is true. All right, yeah. Anyway, so went for a bike ride today, and I literally just pulled in the garage, and I got a phone call. Now, so first of all, my phone rang, and just as I picked it up, whoever it was hung up on me. I was like, "What the fuck?" And then they called me back straight away after I already put my phone back in my pocket. So anyway, it turned out it was the guy from the bike shop, the guys who sold me the bike, because it was brand new when I got it. And he somehow, don't ask me how, when he filled out the contract for the paperwork, he put the wrong VIN on there. So he put the VIN and the engine number of a different bike in the fucking shop. So yeah, technically my rego and fucking all that sort of shit that's associated with it is not correct.
Oh, so what does that mean?
So nothing. I basically had to go down to the shop and sort of sign a new contract, and it's getting sorted out with the Department of Transport. So, and then I had to ring the insurance company and fucking change all those details. So yeah, it was kind of a fuck around. So
yeah, as
good of a salesman as he was at the time, he is my fuckwit of the week just for making him go through extra hoops that I didn't want to go through. So Gav, fuck you,
fuck
Gav.
that guy,
fuck you, Gav.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. I'm done. That's pretty much it. Simple this week.
Nice. All right, we have 15 minutes. I can smash one out in 6.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Athlete.
That's right. That's my wife.
Normally takes me about 13 strokes, but okay.
Stroke. Stroke.
Stroke.
So,
Okay, Dave, what you got?
Sounds like the title of a good movie. Sometimes. Anyway.
Good porno, by any chance.
Yeah.
This summer.
Oh,
Loud explosions. All right. I've got a double banger today, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
First one, they're related, but the first one is Captain Tony Draper. And the second one is New South Wales Premier Gladys Berejiklian. Normal spelling.
Fair enough.
I thought we weren't getting political on this show.
No, it's not political. It's how do I put this? They done fucked up good. So
okay.
Captain Tony Draper is not from an Australian version of Star Trek. He is the captain of the Ruby Princess.
He is a fuckwit.
And Gladys is the New South Wales Premier who let that plague ship dock in New South Wales. And 2,500 people got off and are responsible for 12 deaths and 622 infections. So, yeah, so those two are my fuck with the week. Captain Tony Draper and New South Wales Premier Gladys. So... Normal spelling.
I got this ship full of sick people. You guys mind if we just stop for 20 minutes? I bet. Wait, hold on. I bet it was I don't know what they would say. Ritchie, you're a nautical man. What would a ship be shouting? You know, how planes shout to air traffic control. What a ship.
Seamen aboard. Seamen aboard.
Who do they radio to?
They would radio to the pilot of the
dock.
Yeah.
The dock.
Okay, right. Okay, so it's
the pilot. It'd be the pilot, the river pilot. They call them.
Okay. Okay. All right. This is Big Tommy Draper, captain of a plague ship. River pilot, do you mind if we come and dock in for 20 minutes? Over.
Any sick people on board?
No, not. I mean, one guy kind of sneezed, but and he's been like that. Anybody sick? No, nobody's sick. No, they're all good. Everybody's good here. How are you?
I'm good.
And I bet it was exactly like that. It's just fucking. Yeah.
Right.
No, we just need to come in and use your bathroom, and then we'll go again, and it'll be fine.
My kid really needs to use your bathroom.
He's really got it. He needs to take a Tom Draper. But, yeah. All right, do you want? Is Chris dead?
Hang on.
Chris, it's collapsed.
Yeah.
He's got the corona.
He's got.
I was on that shit.
Time is here. Yeah, I did. It was a good cruise ship, but I don't know why the captain was giving us all a kiss as we left.
Welcome. Thank you for your time aboard.
Please come again.
Corona.
Sail again soon. I bet those customer feedback forms are fucking shocking.
Yeah. 1 out of 10 for getting the COVID. 9.5 out of 10 for the gummy blowjob as I was leaving.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Okay, right, team. Despite the fact, right, ignoring the fact that we brought, the COVID virus to Australia, the entertainment's committee did get 5 stars. So we have that going for us, which is nice. They really liked the quiz night, and they very much enjoyed the roller disco. It didn't go down too well when it was stormy. However, we can just move that next time.
Please add more tissues.
I had an interesting fact today from someone who, well, I don't know if it's a fact actually, because I only heard it. I didn't do my own research. But in WA, basically based on where we are now with our stats and all the measures that we have in place, et cetera, for this COVID stuff, he was saying that you've got a 1 in 100,000 chance of catching it in a month period. Basically, that sums it up. We went through all the numbers, and like he told me all the numbers and stuff like that. But yeah, basically you got a 1 in 100,000 chance of catching it in a month period. So that's cool. Quite comforting.
Yeah, man.
Oh, there he is. He's back.
Yeah, it was based on. It was. Yeah.
Oh, you just disconnected. Sorry, Rich. 2 seconds. It's based on what, Chris?
So basically, it's based on the population of the city, and the stats of the virus at the moment and things like that. So, and as well as the projections of the safety measures and things like that. So, I thought they were pretty good odds.
Yeah, we're in a pretty good location, to be honest. I was chatting to my boys back home, and they were like, "Oh, how is it over there?" And I said, "Oh yeah, it's all right. We've only had at that time Australia had only had like 50 odd people die, which it's one is too many, in any case. Yeah. But he said only 50. They were like, what, 50 overnight? I was like, no, 50 in total. And my mate went, we had 900 last night. One night alone. The stats for Britain are fucking shocking.
I
mean, the stats, as I said, the stats for any country are shocking. But
yeah, I mean, we're lucky here in the fact that we're quite spaced out anyway, and our population is not massive either. So I think we only had as of this morning, I think I heard on the radio, we only had 6 new cases overnight. I think 6 new cases.
And 5 of them, 5 of them from the Artania cruise ship.
Yeah, exactly.
And only one of them was from, other.
It'd be interesting to know what the mortality rate of influenza is.
I think it's 0.2%.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Fair enough.
All right.
And what's all right.
Oh no, sorry. No, on you go.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, I was just gonna say, I guess there's a lot of varying factors to it, but I was gonna say, what's the mortality rate of the COVID at the moment? It's up in the 20s, is it?
Let's have a look, because there's a thing. There's a COVID virus high scores page.
Jesus Christ.
Who's winning?
Yeah, who's winning?
A is winning.
America.
A is winning, and then BBB is winning.
All right, let's have a look here. I'm opening the page now.
You got 2 minutes and 25 seconds.
Okay, I don't want this. Fucking. This is not what I'm about.
1,938,863 cases worldwide, 120,871 deaths, 459,427 recovered.
So it'd be from the cases divided by the deaths or something, or whatever. I don't know.
Holy shit! France is chasing Italy, and Spain as well. Spain's on 18,000 deaths. Italy's 20,000, obviously quite a bit. France is 14. I mean, Britain's 11. North Korea's none.
11, you bastard.
North Korea's none, my ass.
Yeah, did you not see that thing? It was
it hovers between 0 and 1.
Yeah, it was 12:33. North Korea declares their first case of the coronavirus. 12:34. North Korea has no cases of coronavirus.
Yeah, so that figures that would happen over there.
Yeah. I think was it not a thing that he decided to declare anyone with coronavirus an enemy of the state?
We should live like that. I'd quite happily live in a country like that.
Chris, let's get back to splitting cunts in half. Let's go.
Yeah, that's the famous quote. I should get that tattooed somewhere, actually.
Yeah, on your forehead.
It's quite biblical.
I thought you did.
I had not started recording now. No, recording.
No, you meant before. Yeah, right.
Oh, the bit that I did.
Wait, was it you that changed the layout of the screen, or was that?
No.
What? No.
Okay. No, I just got a different layout to what I had before. It's fine. I think it's because I went full screen. Full screen.
Oh, hold on. There we go. You never go full screen.
All right. So since we've got our guest this week, Ritchie, do you have a fuckwit of the week that you want to share with us?
Well, yeah, there you go.
No, nothing's really bothered me this week, which is surprising because I'm usually quite volatile.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's
A man
nice.
of-
That's
a man
really
after my
nice.
own heart. A man
That's
after my own heart.
that's nice. Yeah, you should hear Chris playing Call of Duty. 'Cause he's
Although-
fucking-
about 3 weeks ago, it was I've got a service dog, and I took him out to the shops with me, and I think this
Took him
guy
out.
was a bit.
Took him out to pasture.
Yeah,
Sorry.
he's in the top paddock. No,
he's
I took
allowed
him
to.
out to-
He's allowed to go to teddy bars.
Yeah, with the dog.
Oh wow.
But no, I took him to the shops, and this guy turned a corner, so he turned left round down one of the aisles. And when he saw the dog, he slammed his foot in the ground and went boo really loud. And I
I would
just
have knocked him the fuck
Wait,
out.
hold on. Wait,
I
hold
would
on.
have literally probably knocked him the fuck out.
I need to clarify, like, because there's two types of boo in this world, right? There's like there's boo as in giving a fright, or there's in like boo as in gunshot pedophile. There's two different
Yeah.
types of boos. There's boo as in boo, or there's boo as in boo. I hope it wasn't the second one, because that would be
No.
it just seen you as like boo dogs, boo.
no, it was a fright one. I don't know why I didn't hit him, because maybe a little while ago I would have, but I just looked at him and it's like, are you for real, mate? Are you a fuckwit?
Yeah.
And he's, oh, it's all right, I've got a dog at home. I said, yeah, but he's a working dog, mate. You can't do that to service
Wait,
dogs. He would be my fuckwit of the fortnight.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Excellent. No, that guy is a fuckwit, man. 100%.
Yeah, why hating on dogs? Like dogs, that dog has a job. Like that's his job. And some guy's just getting in the way of a dog doing his job.
Yeah, the dude that probably did it is probably fucking unemployed as well. Stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, does Shorty get the bonus $500 from the government as well?
Well, no, he doesn't. I got the $750, but yeah, well, he should. He's my carer.
Yeah, he should get the cares allowance.
Yeah.
Funny if they actually set up a bank account like the dog's got thousands of dollars in the bank.
Sure.
That'd be good, actually. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Is it like?
Well,
On you go.
we all know that. We all know that heaps of like there's fucking dogs and cats and pets and shit that have their own Facebook pages. It's like, what the fuck, man?
Well, there's a doctor in America. You can have anything, any animal as a service animal, and I think he was a dentist. To prove a point that it's ridiculous, he registered a leech as a service animal.
That's quite funny.
A leech.
Wow.
So my parents' dog still has its own Facebook page. It's been dead 10 years. But yeah, it's Oscar and insert surname there. He gets every year on his birthday, we get a notification that it's Oscar's birthday, and everyone pipes up. And he's got friends that are all my brother's friends as well who used to come around and see him at the house. So it's, a bit weird.
It's good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's what we do for our animals.
Today.
Hmm?
It's Oscar's birthday. Oh, I'm sad now.
Oh, he's been dead 12 years.
Yeah. I forgot about that dead dog. Oh,
My parents murdered him. Oh.
Oh, look, another excuse to drink.
Yay! Self-medicating alcoholism, the best kind.
Oh.
Ritchie, are you on the cans, or are you like just drinking pure tarps?
Pure Pepsi. But I'm thinking of going to get myself a Southern Comfort.
Yeah, do it.
Oh.
Do it. Fuck it. Like, what time's it there? Like 1 a.m. or something?
No, 11 o'clock.
Oh,
Is that
it's
what they
fucking
call?
heaps of time.
Is that what they call anal where you're from?
What they call what?
Anal. Bit of Southern Comfort.
Hey,
That's
come
right.
here.
Southern Comfort.
That is.
I'm going to comfort you. Come here.
Has everybody seen The Tiger King?
No,
Oh,
and
yes.
I right about now, I just refuse to watch it.
Nah, it's worth a watch. It's right up our alley.
Nah.
Mm.
It is. It's very cringeworthy.
Yeah, it is. It's unbelievably true.
I like the way he lures men into his cat kingdom.
Yeah, this guy constantly has 19-year-old husbands. It's like,
Well, yeah, isn't he some kind of like some like millionaire meth head? Isn't that what it is?
pretty much, yeah.
Well,
With a bunch of tigers.
I think his basic method of operation is trolling the bus stops and looking for guys that have no teeth and tattoos of meth pipes on their necks.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's got an anus. He'll do.
He goes for the class. He goes for the classy gentleman.
The
I sure don't like your teeth, boy.
I like
So
you. You've got 4 teeth.
You got a pretty mouth, boy. So is there any indication on how he got into his money?
I think it was just from just starting the exotic animal business.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of money in it, and they're all fucking backwards rednecks. It's real weird.
He I think he makes a lot of his money from the sale of the kittens.
The sale of the tiger poop.
Yes.
You guys want to buy
sale of the kittens?
You guys want to buy some tiger poop?
It's gonna make a good movie. It's gonna make a good movie if they get the right cast for it. It'll make a good movie.
They will.
How are they going to turn that into a movie?
Oh, you've got to see it, man. It can be done, and the internet. It's all over the internet who they've already got picked for the roles and stuff like that. Obviously, it's not from any directors or anything like that, but like the community, basically the internet community has already picked out the actors for the roles of the people in it, and they're perfect. They're to a T.
Fuck it. I'd rather see the live action musical. We get some live, some live meth heads. Some live tigers.
I have a tiger.
Directed by Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
Get him out of jail to direct it.
5, 6, 7, 8, you motherfuckers. 5, 6, 7, 8.
And everybody knows before we start, you have to sniff the chloroform.
That's that bitch Carol Baskin.
Except
see, Jay has no idea what we're talking about.
I've seen the internet. Apparently, she's a lady in the thing.
Yeah, they're all as bad as each other. Although she is probably the best bad one. They're all abusing animals and making money from it. But she's the only one that feeds humans to her tigers.
You see, that's probably why I don't want. That's probably why I don't want to watch that, because it's like, Dave, your microphone's slipping away from you. I'm watching that. Dave, you should have spoke. You should have went like this. I'm falling.
You are.
All right. So, as we said at the start of the show, we're on to demons. The demons special. Demons. So I can't lower my voice any lower, to be honest.
Demons.
Demons. We're talking about the demons. Do you want me to just start? Because it turns out I picked a demon, and when I was doing research, it turned out to not be a demon.
You know what? In full disclosure, I did the same thing because I was going to cover off on this thing, and the list of theological demons on the Wikipedia thing, they're all boring as fucking batshit.
Yeah.
So I wanted to, you know how I wanted to cover a Abraxas.
Yeah.
It turned out. Yeah. Anyway, it turned out to be. Exactly what Jay's going to say. So it was like, and same as like even Lucifer, right? If you look at the wiki on Lucifer, the first thing it starts off with is that it's the name of it's like the alternative name of Venus, like the planet. And then later on, it was like transcripted into a demon, like Satan or whatever, and then it's like it translates into breaking of the dawn or dawn of the day or something.
The dawn breaker, yeah.
The dawn breaker. That's it. And it's fucking it was just like fuck man. So I ended up doing something different. So fuck you, Dave.
Yeah. So I done the research, and obviously as we normally research about an hour before we do the show anyway. So I've not got time to change and re-research, if that makes sense. So, so I'll get going on mine if without further ado.
Yeah, man.
Let Let us commence the demon special. Himalayan throat singing. Do you have some? Have you got like scary music we can put in here, Dave?
Of course I can. Yeah.
Hey.
Sorry.
We're not getting into that again, are we?
Yeah.
Could you guys just like stop summoning demons for 10 minutes? Alrighty, boys. Tonight I'm covering the demon that is not a demon of Leviathan. As always, my references are the bold Wikipedia and Britannica.com. So shout out to them. Yeah.
Let's do this.
Okay. So, Leviathan, or in Hebrew, Leviathan, is a biblical creature. So it's a biblical creature with the form of a sea serpent from Jewish belief. Referenced in the Hebrew Bible, which is known as the Tanakh, in the book of Job, the book of Psalms, the book of Isaiah, and the book of Amos. Now, Leviathan of the book of Job is a reflection of the older Canaanite Lotan, which is a primeval monster who was defeated by god Baal-Hadad.
Ooh.
Now, this parallels to the role of the Mesopotamia Tiamat, defeated by Marduk. Now, Marduk was the late generation god from ancient Mesopotamia, and apparently he's the patron deity of the city of Babylon.
Well, there you go.
Marduk, his name is. Yes.
Marduk. Sounds like a Pokemon. Marduk.
I'll get into that actually, because there is a Pokemon that Leviathan is based out of. So this parallels to the role of the Mesopotamian Tiamat defeated by Marduk, who's a late generation god from ancient Mesopotamia and the patron deity of the city of Babylon, and has long been drawn in comparative mythology, as have been wider comparisons to dragon and the word serpent narrative, such as Sindra slaying Vertra or Thor slaying Jormungandr.
Jormungandr.
So this guy killed a big like war snake, kind of like Thor killed Jormungandr.
Jormungandr.
So
hello.
Leviathan. Oh, hello. My name is Jormungandr. See, that sounds more friendly. like I don't know what Viking would you have rather been killed by, Jormungandr or Jormungandr? Like definitely Jormungandr.
Jormungandr. Hello.
Jormungandr here.
I've come in. I've got your mail because it's wet, and I thought you didn't want to get wet. Anyway, so Leviathan already features in the Hebrew Bible as a metaphor for a powerful enemy, and notably Babylon, or in Isaiah 27:1, Leviathan is a serpent and a symbol of Israel's enemies who will be slain by God. In book Job 41, it is a sea monster and a symbol of God's power of creation. So Leviathan also appears in Psalms. Psalms. I can't say it because of the pop filter. Psalms. So Leviathan appears in Psalms 74:14 as a multi-headed sea serpent that is killed by God and given as food to the Hebrews in the wilderness.
Leviathan? Would you really eat it?
You guys want to eat this Mesopotamian demon I just killed?
No.
Not really. No.
I'll have one Leviathan with chips, please. Well done.
Not really. No. So some 19th century scholars have pragmatically interpreted it as referring to a large aquatic creature, such as a crocodile. And the word later came to be used as a term for great whale, as well as for sea monsters in general. So really, they're like, yeah. So they're just, I think certain cultures and things are just referring to it as just a big sea snake thing. Or other things in general. So the name itself, well, I'm going to get onto that.
Oh.
It's the goddamn Loch Ness Monster.
Leviathan is what I call my diak.
So the name Leviathan is a derivation from the root to twine or to join. with an adjectival suffix with a literal meaning of wreathed or twisted in folds. So both the name and the mythological figure are a direct continuation of the Ugaritic sea monster Lotan, one of the servants of the sea god Yamu, who was defeated by Hadad in the Baal cycle. Now that's so the Baal cycle, first of all, is just a cycle of stories about the Canaanite god Baal or Baal or something.
It's Baal.
Baal. Is it Baal?
Yeah.
I didn't know you were into the Canaanite gods.
Yeah, man. Baal. He's one of the higher lords of hell. Well, he's a king of hell, actually.
Ah.
And he features in Diablo.
Oh, okay.
He's one of the bosses in Diablo 2.
Ah.
I think. Yeah.
So it goes Baal, Satan, and then
Satan's the lord of hell or whatever. Like that.
Right. So they have a lord and a king.
Yeah. So they have presidents and all that sort of stuff. Did you come across any of it in your research? So
I've got a little bit about hell.
So there's like a list of demons. So like obviously Satan is the dude who's running hell.
Saddam Hussein, he's in there.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Satan.
But then you've got
come on, Satan.
Then there's 7. I think there's 7 lords or kings. I think there's 7 kings of hell, and then it goes down to lords.
It goes
down to lords, and then presidents, and then marquis, and then knights. Like they've got a whole hierarchy. Apparently.
I was gonna say, the 7. What is it? The 7 lords of hell? Did you say the 7 what?
7 devils.
No, wait. The 7 devils is Michael Jackson, Bill Cosby,
Saddam Hussein.
Saddam Hussein.
Hello, I'm the Prime Minister of Hell. My name's Boris Johnson.
Kate and Jerry McCann.
And their kid.
Oh no!
She's still a sex slave in Slovakia somewhere.
Sea serpents feature prominently in the mythology of the ancient Near East. Now, they are attested by the 3rd millennium BC in the Sumerian iconography depicting the god Ninurta overcoming a 7-headed serpent. Now, it was common for Near Eastern religions to include a Chaos Kampf, which is the cosmic battle between a sea monster representing the forces of chaos and a creator god or culture hero who imposes order by force. Ooh. The Babylonian creature myth describes Marduk's defeat of the serpent goddess Tiamat, whose body was used to create the heaven and earth. So it's kind of Jesus-y. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Leviathan is mentioned 5 times in the Hebrew Bible, which is the Tanakh, as previously stated. But later Jewish sources also describe him as a dragon who lives over the sources of the deep and who, along with the male land monster Behemoth, will be served up to the righteous at the end of time. So there's a lot of eating these mad creatures when you die.
Mm. Would it be fair to say? So I think I was looking at some of the Scandinavian demons and creatures and things like that, and one of them is the Kraken. Do you think it would be fair to say that the Kraken is a Leviathan?
I guess. I don't
probably would be.
I don't know what the history of the Kraken is though. I don't know.
Yeah, neither do I. I didn't really. I guess it's more of an octopus though. But
yeah, there's a lot of crossover.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of crossover in the cultures.
Yeah, there is, and it all and that's what I found out when we were looking into these demon things, is that a lot of it gets lost in translation. Well, not lost, but redefined, and because you got Judaism, you got Christianity, you got Islam, and there's various branches of Christianity.
And the other one.
What? Wait, what?
You said they got Judaism, they got Christianity, they got Islam, and I'm like, and they got the other one.
Splitter.
But no, you're right though. There is a lot of crossover, and they kind of all have taken from the same pot in relation to mythology.
And even most of them translate over into Greek mythology as well, and Scandinavian, Egyptian. It's real weird how they all spawn from one place and they end up in all this different literature and text and things.
And also,
Chris was,
sorry,
go on.
No.
What Chris was saying about the rankings in hell, You've got kings, dukes, princes,
There's
marquises,
presidents as well. Yeah. Presidents,
counts, knights, presidents.
yeah.
I think president seems to be the lowest ranking.
And all their rank basically determines is on how many legions of demons they run. And stuff.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
I think it's how hot it is and how fast the Wi-Fi is, because that's probably like my epitome of hell is the Wi-Fi is just terrible down there.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there's I think there's apparently nine circles to hell. So
yeah. Well, kings command 66 legions.
Minus.
So let me go back. So Leviathan can also be used as an image of Satan, endangering both God's creatures by attempting to eat them and God's creation by threatening it with upheaval of the waters of chaos. Now, St. Thomas Aquinas described Leviathan as the demon of envy, first in punishing the corresponding sinners. I can't even pronounce the next thing that it says. Secunda secundae. Apparently. I don't know what that means. But also, Peter Binsfield likewise classified Leviathan as the demon of envy and as one of the 7 princes of hell, corresponding to the seven deadly sins.
Yeah, he was one of the. Leviathan is one of the 7 deadly. Yeah.
And Leviathan became associated with and may originally have been referred to by the visual motif of the hellmouth, a monstrous animal in whose mouth the damned disappears at the Last Judgment, which is found in Anglo-Saxon art from about 800 BC and later all over Europe.
Same as Egyptian. When you go through the Egyptian afterlife, if you fail your judgment test, you get swallowed by a huge creature as well.
So it could be the Leviathan.
There it is.
So the Revised Standard Version of the Bible suggests in a footnote to Job 41:1 that Leviathan may be a name for the crocodile. And in a footnote to Job 40:15, the behemoth may be a name for the hippopotamus. So they've actually tried to realize these things into real life animals. You know, but I don't know why. Because were hippos like really dangerous back then?
They still are.
I know. Yeah,
they still are, man. They kill more. I think they kill more people than sharks every year or something. Like they're ridiculous. They're super aggressive.
Death by hippopotamus. That would be pretty shit.
Yeah, they're super aggressive, man.
So in modern culture, Leviathan has appeared in music, particularly the heavy metal band albums and song titles, such as Mastodon's second album, Leviathan. And,
Mastodon.
And Parkway Drive's album Deep Blue, which they had a track called Leviathan 1. The term also makes multiple TV and film appearances too. You can refer to the Wikipedia page if you want to, because there's lots of stuff on there about different sci-fi shows, and it's the name of a ship or it's the name of a monster or etc. But a few fun facts: the Pokemon Kyogre is based on a Leviathan. In GTA San Andreas, the Leviathan is an amphibious helicopter. And in GTA 5, there's a roller coaster called the Leviathan at the Del Perro Pier. And Chris, that is possibly the same pier that you and me tried to crash some airplanes into, if you remember the videos that you've got on your YouTube channel, on the Gaming Network.
Indeed.
When we were very drunk.
Yeah, I remember. That was fun. I think it's on the Night Beast compilation.
Yes, it is.
Okay, here's the 7 deadly sins based on the demons that they're associated with. So Lucifer is pride, Leviathan is envy, apparently. Satan is wrath, Belphegor is sloth, Mammon is greed, Beelzebub is gluttony, and Asmodeus is lust. There you go.
Oh, and Asmodeus links in with my one as well.
Interesting.
There you go. So the biggest run, and as it's important for me just now, for Leviathan through its video game, as a video game entity, would be in the Final Fantasy series. As a side note, I got Final Fantasy VII Remake. It dropped on the 1st of April, and it's fucking outstanding. So if you haven't played it, get it.
Yeah, I've got to grab it.
You don't need. You don't need to know the original story to play it. Dave has a picture of a hippopotamus in his background.
Scary hippo, look.
Yeah, so again, as I said, it's like one of the biggest runs of Leviathan as a video game entity would be in the Final Fantasy series. And it has appeared in one way or another as a boss monster, a summon, or a guardian force in the following games. Are you ready for it?
Darksiders 3 is one of them.
Yeah, Darksiders 3, yeah. Borderlands 2 DLC as well, but purely for the Final Fantasy games. Here it goes.
Okay, yeah.
Here it goes. Number 2, number 3, number 4, 4 interlude, 4 after the years, 5, 6, 7, 7 before Crisis, 7 Crisis Core, 8, 9, 11, 12 Revenant Wings, 13, 13-2, 14 online, great game by the way, just I haven't got back to it yet, and number 15.
Jesus.
So
Every single one of them.
Near enough.
No,
there's a few missing.
One miss.
We missed. We missed. It wasn't in 10, and it wasn't
1, 2, 10. Was it 2? Did you say 2?
Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 4 interlude, 4 thereafter years, 5, 6, 7, 7 before Crisis, 7 Crisis Core, 8, 9, 11, 12, 12 Revenant Wings, 13, 13-2, 14 online, and 15.
For those playing at home for Leviathan bingo, let us know.
House. So yes, not really a demon as such, but it has appeared throughout the ages and is one of the more known creatures from the Mesopotamian era. Along with that tricky goddamn Loch Ness monster was coming in here asking for about tree footy.
About tree footy. The Loch Ness monster would be a Leviathan by definition. There you go.
No, technically it would, yeah. It was about that time I noticed that the little girl Scott was 8 stories tall. And you know what she said to me? I need about tree footy.
I need about tree footy.
And that gentleman is Leviathan.
Hey.
It's not a demon, but it's kind of a demon.
Hey.
All right, let's go.
Go.
All right.
What you got for us, Chris?
All right. So, like I said, originally I was going to cover the mythological meaning behind the demon so-called Abraxas. But in looking at it, it was more of a, again, similar to Jay's. It was sort of just a term that was used for certain things. So the word Abraxas, I'll just cover it off briefly on this as to why I didn't cover it. The word Abraxas is basically meant to symbolize 365 days of the calendar year. So,
and it symbolizes the 365 days of hell that we have to go through every single year of our lives.
Pretty much.
Until the time we pass on.
I think it was the Greek translation. So every letter translates to a certain number, and that adds up to 7. And then if you multiply, it's like real deep in the number thing. So.
Cool.
And then apparently there were 7 Abraxas stones, which were these precious gemstones that had all this, demonic or there's magical meanings to it. Yeah.
Should we buy some?
It turns out, and then later on it was converted. I think Christianity named him a demon later on. It wasn't really, but yeah, it was like interesting, but not technically not like a demon, in essence. So. The problem is when I started looking at more and more of them, I got distracted and bored with most of them. So I ended up researching a bit on, I guess what you would call it's more of it's a demon. I guess you could call it a demon, but it's more of a creature.
Cool.
So it's called the Langsuyar, or Langsuyar, and it's from Malaysia. So I think the pronunciation is Langsuyar. It's a demon in Malaysian mythology, which was only first recorded in 1891. It's a type of female revenant, which is the manifestation of a woman who tragically dies while pregnant or giving birth, usually associated with a type of banshee or a vampire.
Cool.
It is said that the Langsuyar will rise from the grave 40 days after death, hungering for blood, and is capable of transforming into an owl or a nighthawk. It is said the bird call is the cry of a woman seeking her lost child.
Where are
Where's
you?
my baby? Where's my baby? Where's my dead baby?
Where's my dead baby?
Sorry, Chris.
Oh god, no, that's fine. That's fine.
I couldn't help it.
All right. So the Langlois takes the form of a beautiful woman with long black hair that reaches her ankles, hands which extend down to her feet with long talon-like fingernails. She will usually wear flowing green robes to blend in with her home amongst the forest trees. The long black hair is used to cover a hole in the back of her neck, which she uses to feed on the blood of her victims. She may also take the form of a floating head with the entrails and spinal column hanging down. She will roam the night sky searching for the blood of newborn children, but she will happily devour anyone she chooses. An owl or a nighthawk will perch on the roof of a house while the pregnant mother or infant are being attacked by the Langlois. Now, you gotta do that.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready. There it is. There it is. Now, it is said that the Langlois can be tamed. If you catch her, you must cut the long hair off and the nails off and shove them into the hole in the back of her neck.
You must give her a makeover.
Yeah, pretty much.
Jesus
She will
Christ.
Yeah. Who's got the balls to do that? And here's the real kicker.
I ain't fucking with this crazy bitch.
Yeah. She will become docile and indistinguishable from other women, often making a good wife or mother.
She literally, she will be indistinguishable from every other woman. So what? So like, all you've done is like, so this lady's got like knuckles down to her ankles, green robes, and lives in the trees. But if you cut her hair and her nails, she looks like every other woman. That's what
it makes me wonder how ugly Malaysian women really are. Like, it's like.
So she turned from Langlois to Karen very quickly.
Yeah.
Well,
even I could pull her.
Yeah. So if you manage to catch her and cut her hair and trim her nails, she will become docile and make a good wife or mother. However, you must, and I guess this applies for, I might be being sexist here, and this may have to be cut out.
Yes, you are being sexist. But
however,
continue.
You must take caution not to heighten her emotions, otherwise she may revert to her demonic form.
Jesus Christ! All right.
Yeah, that's it. It's literally literal translation from Wikipedia. So traditions say that the way to prevent a deceased woman from turning into a Langlois is by putting glass beads into the mouth of the corpse, a hen's egg under each armpit, and needles into the palms of the hands.
That's a fucking wind up, that is surely.
Yeah.
Hey guys, you know how we stop this? Right, you get a couple of eggs. Okay, right. Bear with me. Yeah, you get some glass marbles. Okay, yeah, put them in the mouth. and then you're just like, do you know what I mean? That just sounds ridiculous. I'd like to know the logic behind this.
I'll explain. It explains.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It is believed that this will prevent the deceased woman from turning into a Langlois because she cannot open her mouth to shriek or use her arms and hands to fly. So there you go.
Wow.
Because if you got chicken eggs under your armpits, you're gonna flap your wings, and you got needles in your hands.
Because your armpits are all yolky. You got like yolky armpits.
That's right.
Can't do this.
So, I think that myth was started by a bloke who sells marbles and chicken eggs.
Yeah, probably. Or someone who really hates women. It's like just talking about how they can't shriek. The Langlois, according to traditions, can also be repelled by charms and chants. So the leaves of the white ginger lily are said to be good charms against the Langlois. And there is a chant, if you're ready to hear it, gentlemen.
Go.
Yeah, let's get ready, because we need to learn this for future.
Okay.
Right.
You know, it'd be funny if we tried it against our wives or missus or partners.
So Chris is going to say it, and then we're going to say it as well. I'll be like, "You guys smell burning? I smell burning."
That smell burning. All right, here we go.
Okay, right. I'm ready. Like, let's have a seance on Zoom.
Langlois, Langlois, your beak is stumpy. Your feathers are cloth of silk. Your eyes are beans. Your heart is a young areca nut. No, areca nut. Your blood thread in water. Your veins the thread for binding on cock spurs. Your bones twig of giant bamboo. Your tail a fan from China. They must not like fans from China. Descend, O venom. Ascend, neutralizer. Neutralize the venom in the bones. Neutralize it in the veins. Neutralize it in the joints. Neutralize it within the house. Neutralize it within the jungle. Descend, O venom. Ascend, neutralizer, and lock up this Langlois. Descend, O venom. Ascend, neutralizer. That's it. That's it.
I might need to hear it a few more times. Yeah, prior to. But it more sounds like a. It more sounds like a.
Better in Malay.
Yeah, I was going to say it more sounds like a doctor's pamphlet from the 1800s. Like information's on a Langlois. You need to do the following. And then it just gets into.
Yeah. So I guess the most modern encounters to do with the Langlois. In 2013, the Pasir Putih district in Kelantan, in Malaysia, reported sightings of a Langlois that was terrorizing the town. Local authorities even got involved. They urged the villagers to remain calm and pray together against the demon. A local shaman claimed to have captured 4 Langlois in the area, and nothing further was reported. So there you go.
I've captured
I caught like 4 of these dudes.
I captured like 4 Langlois. Like, I'll have a look at it. It's all right.
And there is a 2018 Malaysian movie which is simply titled Langlois. So there you go.
Oh, I bet it's probably like pretty good. Like, cause like, like Malaysia and Thailand. Like some of their films are really, really good.
The
especially
horror
the scary
films,
ones.
especially.
Yeah, the horror films. Yeah.
How do you spell it, Chris?
It's got a couple of different spellings. So it's Langsuyar, but the movie is Langsur, Langsuyar.
Oh.
It's on IMDb. So.
Yes.
Not IMDb. Yeah.
The International Movie Beta Days.
Beta days.
With the 2 demons that you guys have covered so far, there's a lot of references in popular culture, like Supernatural, a lot of the movies.
Yeah. I didn't really cover off on some of them, but yeah, like I said, they're often referred to or similar to banshees and vampires.
I mean, to me, half of it just feels like it's obviously like folklore and legend that's just been passed down through generation and through storytelling, through culture. Because I guess the movie and TV shows now are just the storytelling of what they did back in times before electricity.
Yeah,
like we were saying before, there's a lot of cross-referencing with cultures, but different names, similar descriptions.
Yeah.
And that might go back to the old, like the old Viking trade routes or the old Silk Road for the Chinese trade routes.
And fun fact, the Silk Road was where the bubonic plague got into Europe. If you go back to episode, what was it, 2 or 3, was it?
2 or 3, yeah.
Maybe 3. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Look, Dave's got a Langlois.
I mean, to be fair, she just looks like she'd had too many gin and tonics in the pub.
I fucking hate him. I'm not going home. I fucking hate him. Yes. All right. Is that you done, Christopher?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Sweet.
The Langlois. And all this is this is one of the regrets I have taken part in a show that's got scary things, because I don't do too well with horror and scary movies and scary stories. So I'm just going to be scared now for the rest of the evening. I'm going to be drunk and hear things and be like, oh, it's a Langlois. There's a Langlois coming. Ah, shit. I heard an owl. I've got to die.
Jay's going to surround his bed with salt.
Yeah, garlic and those ginger leaves and but see, Langlois are also like they have weakness to baseball bat to face. Like I reckon that's a weakness of the Langlois.
Either chanting or baseball bats.
Just make sure it's not clap.
Yeah, oh my god, it was clap. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, it was clap.
Sorry, clap.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am covering Lilith, the scorned mother of demons. Yeah, she is a female. So I've sourced this from an article from the biblicalarchaeology.org for an article by Janet Gaines. Lilith is a female demonic figure of Jewish and Christian folklore. Her name and personality are thought to be derived from the class of Mesopotamian, demons called the Lilith, which translates to the night monster.
The goddamn Loch Ness monster.
The goddamn Loch Ness monster. So, for 4,000 years, Lilith has wandered the earth, figuring in the mythical imaginations of writers, artists, and poets. Her dark origins lie in, again, Babylonian demonology, where amulets and incantations were used to counter the sinister powers of this winged spirit who preyed on pregnant women and infants.
So she, too, also could have been a Langlois.
Yes. So this relates, it's got, again, as Big Dick Ritchie was saying, it intertwines between all the different... So this is the big one, which I like. This is why I picked her, because in Jewish literature, Lilith is depicted as the mother of Adam's, as in Adam and Eve's, demonic offspring, following his separation from Eve, from her separation from Eve as his first wife. So they believe that Lilith was Adam's first wife.
The slut wife.
Before Eve. So... whereas Eve was created from Adam's rib, which is Genesis 2:2. Some accounts hold that Lilith was a woman implied in Genesis 1:27, is made from the same soil as Adam. So in the beginning, God said man and woman and made them, Adam and Lilith. And then Lilith said, this is where it comes in. So instantly refusing to be subservient to her husband, Lilith left Adam and the perfection of the Garden of Eden, and 3 angels tried in vain to force her return. According to some mythologies, her demonic offspring were sired by an archangel named Samael and were not Adam's progeny. In most manifestations of a myth, Lilith represents chaos, seduction, and ungodliness, yet in her every guise, Lilith has cast a spell on mankind. So, the ancient name Lilith also is derived from a Sumerian word for female demons or wind spirits, the Lilitu. The Lilitu dwells in desert lands and open country spaces, and especially dangerous to pregnant women and infants. Her breasts are filled with poison and not milk. And she said that she's sexually frustrated in the infertile female who behaves aggressively towards young men.
She sounds like a she-wolf.
She-wolf.
That's just dangerous. Don't suck them titties.
Because it's made of poison.
What were you saying? Sorry, what were you saying about Samael? What was she to do with Samael?
So I'm going to go into a bit later on, but basically that she and Samael have... I won't ruin it, but basically, her and Samael were partners, and part of the because obviously Samael was part of the Holy Trinity.
No, that's what I was going to say, and he's also he's the venom of God or the poison of God. It
basically relates to folklore and people explaining why things happen in real life, and I'll go into it in a second. But basically, Lilith has been depicted on a Babylonian stone tablet, which shows her as a beautiful naked sylph with bird wings, taloned feet, and hair contained under a cap, decorated with several pairs of horns. She stands atop 2 lions and between 2 owls, apparently bending them to her will. Lilith's association with the owl, again, the predatory thing, is a predatory nocturnal bird and bespeaks her connection to flight and night terrors. In early incantations against Lilith, she travels on demon wings, a conventional mode of transportation for underworld residents. This is going back real early. So dating from the 7th or 8th century BCE, a limestone wall plaque was discovered in Syria, which contains a horrific mention of Lilith. The tablet probably hung in the house of a pregnant woman and served as an amulet against her, who was believed to be lurking at the door, figuratively blocking the light from inside. And the one's translation reads, again, I'm going to go a bit of an incantation as well, Chris, to add to your one. O you who fly in the darkened room, be off with you this instant, Lilith, thief and breaker of bones. She's, yes, there you go. That's her right there.
That's like ye oldies speak for just fuck off.
Fuck off, yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Oh, you whole bad tipist, he who Lilith, offeth thy fuckth.
Thanketh. Presumably, if Lilith saw her name written on the plaque, she would fear recognition and depart quickly. The plaque thus offered protection from Lilith's evil intentions towards the mother or child. At critical junctions in a woman's life, as in her first period, marriage, and loss of virginity or childbirth, ancient peoples through supernatural forces thought supernatural forces were at work. To explain the high rate of infant mortality, for example, a demon goddess was held responsible. Although the stories and amulets probably helped generations of people cope with their fear. So there's a story called the Lilith, which was in part of a Jewish gentleman, Ben Serra, made it. And he said that Lilith had sinned by uttering sacred syllables and thereby demonstrating a medieval audience with the So basically, she wasn't allowed to stay in the Garden of Eden. So Lilith flies away, having gained the power to do so by pronouncing God's unavowed name. Although made of earth, she is not earthbound. Her dramatic departure reestablishes for a new generation Lilith's supernatural character as a winged devil. The Almighty tells Adam that if Lilith fails to return, 100 of her children must die each day. Apparently, Lilith is not a child-murdering witch, but also an amazingly fertile mother. In this way, she maintains the world's balance between good and evil. Okay, as I said earlier, three angels were sent to search for Lilith, and they found her at the Red Sea. She refused to return to the Garden of Eden, claiming that she was created to devour children. The story suggests that Lilith is driven to kill babies in retaliation for Adam's mistreatment and God's insistence on slaying 100 of her progeny daily. To prevent...
I like that. Adam mistreated me, so I'm just going to go out and kill all these babies. Like that's, like, wow.
And this is relating back to what you said, Chris. So another story concerning Lilith myth is to partner her with the personification of evil demons named either Samael or is it Asmodeus?
Asmodeus.
Asmodeus.
Well, Asmodeus.
Yeah. He is associated with Satan, the serpent, and the leader of the fallen angels, and Lilith and Samael form a holy alliance and embody the dark negative sphere of the depraved. One of the many stories of Samael and Lilith, God is concerned that the couple will produce a huge demonic brood and overwhelm the earth with evil. So therefore God castrates Samael, and Lilith satisfies her passions by dallying with other men and causing their nocturnal emissions, which she then uses to become pregnant. And these children are sometimes identified as incubi or succubi.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I haven't finished.
So that explains my wet dreams.
Exactly right. I was about to say, every boy's wet dream is literally Lilith over the top of you going, I'm going to make you babies.
She took my seed. Man, I have so many demonic spawns out there.
I want to make some little devil childs.
But
is it a wet dream if your arm's still moving?
Yes.
And this is the last time Big Dick Ritchie will be on the show. The first and last guest we're ever going to have.
Now, I'm going to cover off some stuff about incubi and succubi, which I thought was pretty cool as well. So,
I had no idea. I actually ran across incubus tonight, like what an incubus was. I had no idea.
Yeah. So
carry on.
Thanking you. So sleep paralysis, which also relates to succubi and incubi. Now, the medical explanation for sleep paralysis is sleep paralysis is a feeling of being unable to move, either at the onset of sleep or upon wakening. The individual senses and awareness are intact, but they may feel as if there's pressure on them or as if they are choking. It may be accompanied by hallucinations and intense fear. Now, the way to remedy that is to change your sleep habits and possible seek treatment for sleep apnea if you have it. Now, this is my favorite bit. Okay, on the other hand, the second explanation relates back to our girl Lilith and her nighttime activities from howstuffworks.com. Now, I'm gonna do this. Howstuffworks.com. So I like
Dreams for dummies.
That's pretty much it. It's wet dreams for dummies. So this is verbatim. Each culture has its own rules and expectation in place for these entities of sleep paralysis, each drawing on different worldviews, fears, and supernatural beliefs. Sometimes there's even precautionary system in place, such as placing iron nails under your mattress to deter the French equivalent, which is cauchemar, or employing dream-eating baku in Japan. While the cultural particulars vary, we can describe most of these nightmares as demonic in nature. Even the alien abduction experience, which serves as a frequent modern wrapping for the experience, involves a frightening physical assault by an unearthly being. But one of the more elaborate and overtly sexual nightmares come to us from the world of Christian demonology, the ghastly and erotic dance of the incubi and the succubi. Now, incubus, which translates to that lies upon, is a masculine shape-shifting demon that takes the form of an attractive man to engage sexually with a female victim. The succubus or succubi translates to what lies beneath, serves as a female counterpart preying upon male victims in the guise of a beautiful woman. And according to 15th century Bishop Alonso Tostardo, Bishop Alonso Tostardo, the incubus and succubus were simply two forms of the same demonic entity. Tostardo theorized that the succubus lies with a man in order to collect his semen and then morphs into an incubus to fertilize a female with the ill-gotten seed. In other words, it's an elaborate artificial insemination scheme to produce satanic children.
Nice.
Demon on human sex is a subject of surprising complexity in the 15th century Europe. On one hand, as much as half the general public experienced sleep paralysis, confounded by sexual dreams and nocturnal emissions in both sexes. Remember, the terror of sleep paralysis experience is due to a combination of situational individual factors. Throw a religious script of sexual impurity and a rich tapestry of witchcraft theory, and you have quite the recipe for a scandalous demon encounter. Sleep paralysis can prove terrifying. Even a single experience can resonate through a person's lifetime, and humans throughout history have aimed to give it the malevolent, hallucinatory presence at its heart, a name, a cause, and a purpose, with the fabric of their own worldview. And thus, they glimpse their demon in the dark. Yeah. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is Lilith. So basically, to break that down, Lilith is a demon who was Adam's first wife. Adam said, "You're going to make my babies and lay down." And she said, "No, I'm not. I'm pissing off." She pissed off, turned into a demon. She shacked up with another demon and made demon babies. God said no and cut his dick off. And so she goes around and praying on...
God cut his own dick off or cut the other guy's dick off?
Cut the other guy's dick off.
Oh, okay, yeah. Nope, you're not doing it. I got to cut off my penis.
I'm going to cut off my dick.
Has it got something to do with why Jews circumcise their sons, the boys?
I'm not sure. I'd have to find out.
Oh, that's okay.
Because-
Let's have a look. Okay, let's I'm googling some mad shit tonight.
Delete history.
Yeah.
It probably has something to do with being closer to God or closer to cleanliness or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
Like
so one of the references here says it's compulsory for Jews and is commonly practiced amongst Muslims as well. When circumcision is performed for religious reasons, it usually symbolizes faith in God, but it may also be done to promote health and hygiene. So it might actually just be a hygiene thing throughout the ages. So
basically, Lilith steals a seed from young boys and unwitting men to make more demon babies. So that's why you have wet dreams, pretty much.
Nice.
So if listeners out there, if you've decided to have, if you're of the younger generation, you've had yourself a wet dream and mum walks in to say, "Lilith did it, mama. Lilith did it, mama," and go from there.
Here's something that's the alphabet of Ben Sira. In the text, an amulet is inscribed with the names of three angels, Senoi, Sansanoi, and Semangaloth, placed around the neck of newborn boys in order to protect them from the Lilith until their circumcision.
Huh. Well, there you go.
That's what I thought. They might have circumcised.
And that was the alphabet I was telling you about, the old story by Ben Sira. Yeah, it's cool, man. That literally, there you go. I'm assuming that the circumcision is a protection from faith to God, so you get protected by it, by chopping your dick off.
Have you, because she, like, in popular culture, I know for a fact, we talked about it already, but she's going to be the new main boss in 004. Have you seen the cinematic trailers for that? It is fucking cool.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Like,
it's fucking cool. Yeah. Have a look after we finish up here. It's really good. Like basically that picture I had up before. So they summon her with their blood, basically.
With their dicks.
With their dicks. But her wings are like made of like blood and vein. It's really cool. It's
fucking
really
sweet.
Cool. Yeah, it looks sweet how they summons her in.
All right. Well, again, that's my topic. I don't know if it's pretty long-winded. We could have been talking for hours on all of them, I would suggest. But
what are we gonna do another vid for closing, or are we just gonna finish it up now?
I guess the only thing to discuss would be thanking medium-sized Dick Richard to come down and for coming down to party.
Well, that'd be medium dick.
I feel enlightened.
He is educated in all the things penis. It's literally he's just came in for a theological education on the penis. That's pretty much what this has been.
Coupled with the year 7 health class.
No, but yeah, I mean we can only we're doing the best we can with the facilities we've got just now. Obviously, we're all isolating and trying to not give each other the black lung. So
and they have
it's actually a pretty good way to do it. And it's an easy way to get guests on as well. So
yeah, that's true.
If the sound quality works out well, I think we should probably do this more often. Well, we probably have to for now.
Stop talking about my personal life.
We're running out of time, fuckers.
All right, boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
That's
Episode 11.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
See you, Ritchie.
Bye. Bye. My teacher was a man called Barry.